Good morning everyone, I am Mark Jordanio Flores, and in this chapter, we will tackle about the meaning and importance of art. Arts. When we hear that word, some of our minds jump to museum of framed paintings, and in that context, some people think, I'm not a big fan of art, I just don't get it. Or they think of art as something that just for intellectuals or artsy people. But really art is for anyone who wants to experience it, and it's often in more places than we might realize. Songs you like, movies you watch, poems, theater, even a kilt that your grandmother made, all of that and more is art. So you might be wondering, well then, what is art? How do I define it? Well, that's tough. Art's been around for thousands of years, and through the ages, it's evolved in a number of different ways. The reasons for creating it vary from person to person depending on any number of factors. Defining art is pretty tricky, and it's something that's been debated throughout history. There just isn't one agreed upon definition. However, many believe that art is anything that stirs emotion in you. Now, the emotions that get stirred up depend entirely on your own history, your story, everything that comes together to make up who you are. And because of these three different people can experience the same piece of art and have wildly different reactions to it. One person might think it's the most beautiful thing they ever seen. The second person might hate it, and the third might not feel much of everything at all. None of them would be wrong. Everyone's entitled to their own preference and feelings when it comes to art. You know, the way you feel about your favorite song could be the same way that someone else feels about their favorite sculpture. And even though you might not like that sculpture, it can be valuable to consider why that person enjoys it so much. You may learn something about them and maybe even yourself. The term art comes from the Italian word artis, which means craftsmanship, skill, mastery, form, inventiveness, and the association that exists between form and ideas and between material and techniques. From the Aryan root ar, which means to join or put together. From the Greek words artisan, which means to prepare, and archiskin, meaning to put together. The term arts is really just a label. Over the years, a lot of people have tried to classify what is it or what isn't, but that's not really what arts is about. It's about your personal experience with it and the meaning that you draw from it. Everyone reacts to art differently and has the potential to grow and learn from it. It gives us opportunity to tell stories, record history, and tap into our emotions in a way that few other things can. Art is very important in our lives, as it is concerned with the communication of certain ideas and feelings by means of a sensuous medium: color, sound, bones, marble, words, and film. The subject of art is varied. Some arts are representational, others are non-representational, non-objectives, or abstract. All arts have function for people, since they satisfy particular needs of people. Visual arts and space arts are those that we perceive with our eye and which occupy space. Auditory or time arts are those that can be heard and are expressed in time. Combined arts are those that can be both seen and heard, and exist in both space and time. In this chapter, there are 5 subtopics: nature of art, the subject of art, the function of art, the scope of art, and the origin of art. So let's tackle the nature of art. The nature of art. Art is very important in our lives. It constitutes one of the oldest and most important means of expression developed by man. art has been existent since men have lived together. In fact, in nearly every country, art can be found in primitive societies. Art has been created by all people at all times. It has lived because it is liked and enjoyed. A true work of art is made by man himself, not imitatively but creatively. A true artist does not imitate nature but rather interprets it in his own way by selecting the essential features of the subject and rejecting the minor ones. Art has been defined in various ways. Here are some of the definitions given by various authors. According to J.V. Estolas, art is derived from the Latin words ars, meaning ability or skill. And according to A. Tan, art is taken from the Italian word artis, which means craftsmanship, skill, mastery of forms, inventiveness, and the associations that exist between form and ideas, between material and technique. Number 3. Art is a product of man's need to express himself, by F. Zalweta. According to C. Sanchez, art is concerned with communication of certain ideas and feelings by means of sensuous medium, color, sound, bronze, marble, words, and film. According to Plato, art is that which brings life in harmony with the beauty of the world. Number 6. Art is an attitude of spirit, a state of mind, one which demands for its own satisfactions and fulfilling, a shaping of matter to new and more significant form, by John Dewey. According to Panizo and Roscha, art is the skillful arrangement or compositions of some common but significant qualities of nature, such as colors, sounds, lines, movements, words, stones, wood, etc., to express human feelings, emotions, or thoughts in a perfect, meaningful, and enjoyable way. There are 4 common essentials of art. Number 1. Art must be man-made. Number 2. Art must be creative and not imitative. Number 3. Art must benefit and satisfy man, and man must make use of art in practical terms. Number 4. Art is expressed through a certain medium or material by which the artist communicates himself to his fellows. We can communicate through paintings, songs, dances, dramatic plays, monument, even books, and music. Through the artist's work, we get the glimpse of thoughts, feelings, and belief. We also value and appreciate beautiful things. We may be influenced to change our ways and beliefs. Through the artist's work, we will be transformed into highly cultured, dignified, and respectable human being. Through the artist's work, the arts may beautify our humanity. This explains why the art is called humanities. It brings out the good and the noble in us. Through the arts, we come to know the changing image of man as he journeys across time, searches for the reality, and strives to achieve the ideals that create the meaning of life. Art appreciation. Art appreciation is the ability to interpret or understand man-made arts and enjoy them either through actual and work experience with art tools and materials or possession of these works of art for one's admiration and satisfaction. Art appreciation dealing with learning, understanding, and creating arts and enjoying them.